Hi guys, I'm Baldomero Garza. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Swell AI, which is a platform that I've been so excited to be using. I think now for about 2 years. I think, and maybe not as long as that, but I've been using it for quite some time, and I am completely loving it. I wanted to show you how I use it and how it makes just work so much more efficient for me as far as podcast production. And I have it open here. This is the main dashboard of Swell AI, which is pretty easy. The way that I do is that I just upload my audio files, which is super simple, just by clicking the add new and creating a name, and just after you press create here, it asks you to upload the file, and so you just upload the file down here. You can also upload them by connecting to any of these, and I've actually personally never used any of these, but I always do use the upload the file. I'm not going to use it right now because I actually did. I preloaded basically the next 2 months of podcasts, and so I ran out of credits, which I guess I can just buy some more, but I'm not going to need it. I'm going to be taking a break after today, and so I just wanted to get ahead on everything. But basically, this is the way that I will name them. So we have a podcast called The School of Doza, and it's education on health. And I'm just going to give you an example of it. This one's called Herbs for the Liver. And it's really nice setup because whenever you click on view content, I've uploaded it. Usually takes about 2 minutes to get all the things that it's going to do, the transcriptions and the notes. And so one of the things that I like over here is that you can customize the prompts that you're giving the AI to preload some existing, I guess, prompts for whatever new episode you're going to be using. So I did this one. This was the latest one that I did. It always does a transcription of the podcast, and I think this is one of the ones that I did separately, and you can tell by it because when you click on this top corner, it'll tell you like, hey, what do you want? Write 5 titles of this podcast episode. So it automatically already does it. So every time I upload any file, it's going to do all these different things for me for that process, which then I can use for anything else. So my process is basically I obviously record in the studio or on Riverside, and I download it, or I bring the what's it called, the little disc, the little memory card into Swell AI, or I bring it into my computer so that I can edit it. I use Audition, or if I was using Riverside Online, then sometimes I just do a little bit of that on there, and I clean it up. I add the music, add whatever the things, and then I go ahead and upload it to Swell AI. So after I edit it, I immediately put it into Swell AI because usually what I end up doing after that is that I'll do my video editing if that's included in in the process that I'm doing, and so I'm taking that same audio file and connecting it, and while I'm doing that, then Swell is like doing the whole its whole AI thing and doing all these prompts. And so for me, this is my favorite one, and so I like to do some call to action posts. And so what I'll do there is that this is the prompt, right, for CTA posts for Twitter or for X that effectively drives traffic back to the podcast. And so it has 5 of them really quick. So I'm going in there. Sometimes I edit them a little bit, and then I go on to into Twitter or to X, and then I start posting them or scheduling them for later on. Some of these also get turned in by some of our team into images to put onto LinkedIn and to Instagram and all that. And so we just kind of edit them a little bit because sometimes that they tend to sound not too or like too GPT-ish, right? And so, it's totally fine, and it's better than nothing. And so for us, it's like the volume, because of this process, has increased so much, and sometimes volume is all you really want. or at least it's the minimum game you should be playing is volume, right? Because there's no reason to do less when you can easily do more. I get it to do a newsletter as well, write a compelling newsletter. This is my whole prompt, 200-word email newsletter that announces the podcast release, highlights its key insights, encourages subscribers to click on the link and listen to the podcast. Write me a compelling subject line too, please. So it'll do that, right? Here's a subject line, here's all that. And then I just have to go and enter the episode link and then send an email saying like, hey, the new podcast is out. And again, we'll review it, make it sound a little bit more like us if we needed to. And this is getting better. So I'm actually going to be playing with it and adding some more prompts or some more language to the prompts to, make it sound more like, like me or whatever. And so I want to play around with it some more. But if you're just getting started and you want to get to know more about how easy Swell can help you increase your volume or just get just a whole process of content creation or post podcasting to then creating a bunch of little clips and content, like this is what it helps you do. So I have it do a bunch of different types of posts, right? So that we can then take those and make them as Twitter threads or as LinkedIn or make a newsletter. And so each one of these is a different prompt that I have created to help me just have more content that I can write with. There's also a blog, and so that's the prompt for that. And it's fantastic. Like you can get as good as you want it to. I kind of have like this situation where it's like, hey, use the blog post creation and image placement methodology. It's something that I know that it recognizes, and so when I do that, what it'll end up doing is like give me a blog post, and in between there. So for example, let's see if it did it on this one. Well, it does definitely do the URLs at the end, which I really enjoy. And what it'll do sometimes, it's not did it on this one, but I'll show you a different one where it did do it. And what it ends up doing is that it gives you like a little quotation of things that you can use for images, or like other prompts that you can use to create an image, or a prompt that you can use on like, say, I don't know, any image creation or any like Upsplash or anything like that, to find an image that equals something that equals something that's related to that blog. So I feel like this is going to have one. Yeah, like right here, image placement, insert image of serene bedroom, right? And so that's because I did this part on here, the blog post creation image placement methodology, by mentioning parentheses during the body of the post where the image would be placed. So this is how it makes it easy for me. So then when we go and do a blog post off of this, again, sometimes we'll change it, sometimes we'll use it as is, just depends on how big the team is, how much time we have, and we'll go and literally paste this and then go to like image we like to use Adobe, and they have all those image I guess like image centers, so we can go in there and type in this thing and it'll give you some stock images to use, and then just put them in there and makes it quick and easy. So which helps SEO, helps all the things. So that's the process that I like to use Swell AI for. So there you go.